The Olympic journey to Turin continues in figure skating with the Grand Prix final here in Tokyo as the women anxiously, maybe even nervously, await the warm-up here inside the Yogi National Stadium. And that's young Mao Asada, the leader after the short program, 15 years of age, the sensational free spirit of this Japanese team, leading the way onto the ice.
As you see this group of 6 take to the ice, it's worth repeating that of the 6 women who are here, 3 of them are Japanese, skating in front of their home audience and handling the pressure very well.
And I remember watching Mao Asada last year when she won the Junior World Championship, thinking, wow, she's going to be something someday. But nobody could have guessed that she's already beat the world champion.
Yes, the leader after the short program, and the pressure really is on Irina Slutskaya.
Well, no doubt Slutskaya would have been personally disappointed with her performance in the short program and knows that this young Japanese girl is for real, and she knows she's going to have to skate well if she hopes to beat her. A little difficulty there with that Lutz jump.
Yukari Nakano, this is her 4th year on the Grand Prix circuit, but this year is the first year that she's really been on the radar, and she credits her coach, Mr. Sato, with the renewal in her skating.
Miki Ando, yet another member of this powerhouse women's team from Japan. The only woman to have been given credit for doing a quad in competition. Struggling a bit with jumps of late, but still a power to be reckoned with.
Elena Sokolova hasn't been to the Olympics since 1998, so this is a big year for her. The key for her is to get those triple combinations into the program. She's struggled with them this season. She needs those to be in the mix.
And so here are the standings after the women's short program. Young Mao Asada, more than 5 points ahead of the defending world champion Irina Slutskaya. Miki Ando in 3rd place, just ahead of Yukari Nakano. And those 2 Japanese skaters in a pitched battle to make the Japanese Olympic team for Turin. And this event will have a large bearing on who skates for Japan in a couple of months' time. On the ice now to lead off this women's free skate from Russia, 25-year-old Elena Sokolova. As Barb mentioned, she has not been to the Olympics since '98 when she was 7th in Nagano. A 2-time Russian champion, currently the number 2 Russian behind Slutskaya.
Problem in the practice is knocking off the triple combinations. It's in competition that she struggles. Let's see, triple Lutz, and she goes for the triple, but I believe she'll get credit only for a double because the rotation was not complete.
Should have been a triple flip. She turns it into a double. There's just too much of nothing going on for this skater between the major elements. There must be another jump coming because there's absolutely no choreographic value as she moves from one end of the rink to the other.
And that'll show up, Paul, in the program component mark under transitions and linking footwork.
Sokolova was first at Skate America this year, an event in which Michelle Kwan and Sasha Cohen withdrew. Then she was sixth at the Grand Prix of France. Silver medalist from the 2003 World Championships when Slutskaya withdrew. Might call her an opportunist. Elena Sokolova, a little off the timing at the end with her music, and a little off with some of her jumps in her free skate here in Tokyo.
Well, I don't think it was a bad skate for Elena, but until she finds a choreographer that can address some of the issues like the lack of musical interpretation and choreography and performance execution, she's just not going to be in the mix.
Here's a look at the opening combination. Triple Lutz was good. She goes for the triple. Just, you're going to see it lands forward like a full half turn short of full rotation. And you have to remember that under this new scoring system, a fall is a mandatory loss of 4 points.
Elena Sokolova of Russia, fifth after the short program. And her marks here in the free skate for technical elements, 46.30. And for her program components, 52.48.
The total segment score for her free skating is 97.78.
So her total of 150.08 makes her the early leader, but that score will definitely not hold up with the caliber of competition still to come in this women's free skate at the Grand Prix final. The games. But here for the Grand Prix final, it's center stage for the women's free skate, and the next Japanese skater is Yukari Nakano. The first of three in this women's final. A young woman at the age of 20 who won her first Grand Prix gold medal this year at NHK right here in Japan. She's had trouble with nervous energy, but appears to have gotten that under control. A big indication of that was the big smile we saw in the short program where she was third.
Setting up here for a triple axel. She lands it, however, not sure if she will get credit until we see the replays as to whether or not she completed the rotation.
Certainly appears to be picking up where she left off after her short program, which was very well skated, and the opening of this program has gone equally as well. Bauer into a triple flip jump. And there's the difference between well choreographed program versus that of Sokolova.
Pops that triple loop into a single, leaving points on the table.
Nicely done. Triple toe, double loop combination.
Really feel her momentum now.
She's got the audience going and obviously using that energy to her advantage. A very fine triple toe, double axel sequence as her final jump element of this program. And I can't say how impressed I am with how she has skated here at this competition. An excellent short program. This, aside from maybe the one mistake on the loop, has been yet another strong performance for Yukari.
Outstanding. Yukari Nakano of Japan making a case for the podium here in Tokyo and for the Japanese Olympic team.
And one has to wonder if you're Shizuka Arakawa, a former world champion, watching a performance like this from your fellow countrymen, what kind of thoughts are going through your head when you're not here at this event?
Considering what is on the line here at this event, the pressure that she is under, hometown crowd, that is just huge for her to come up so big.
Here we're going to get a look at the attempted triple axel. It's important to watch the landing. Pretty evident that it was cheated there. But on this replay, which is strictly a close-up of her feet, watch her right foot as she makes contact with the ice right there. She lands forwards, does a complete half turn. She'll only get credit for a double, but a great attempt.
And this combination gets huge points. Triple toe, double loop. That's worth about 7.5 points right there. And that makes up for the 5 points that she lost when she bailed out of the triple loop.
Yukari Nakano has had a couple of great weeks on home ice, winning the NHK and then coming here to the Grand Prix final and really serving notice that she is among the contenders on this deep Japanese women's team to go to the Olympics. Her scores, very strong. 52-34 in technical elements, overall 105-78, and her grand total 161-82. That will move her into first place right now with 3 skaters still to come. So a chance for the podium for young Yukari Nakano. A full house here at Yoyogi National Stadium for the women's free skate. And our coverage will continue from Tokyo right after this. Not hard to take as we come back inside Yoyogi National Stadium and await Miki Ando, 17-year-old from Japan, second this year at Cup of Russia, fourth at NHK, the 2004 World Junior Champion with all the makings of an Olympian en route to Turin. Big crowd here with 3 Japanese skaters to watch.
Miki has always been known as a phenomenal jumper. In fact, she is the first and only woman to land a quad salchow in competition. However, this year the jumps are not as dependable. She's really been struggling with them. Triple combinations have always been easy for her in the past. She's opening up with a triple Lutz, triple loop combination here. There's the Lutz. Doesn't get the full rotation of the loop.
Hard, difficult fall. Wonderful back spiral right into a double axel. Triple flip, double toe loop combination is solid.
In an effort to address the second mark, Miki went and worked with David Wilson of Canada, who designed both these programs, which are beautiful, but you have to wonder if the more difficult choreography is making it difficult for her to land the jumps. And that was an unusual fall for her. The triple Lutz, again, she did not get the full rotation.
Miki Ando moved to the United States after last season and now works with Carol Heiss-Jenkins. Ice availability and training conditions becoming an increasingly big problem in Japan. Rinks are crowded and many are closing down. Forces a lot of their top skaters to go abroad now.
A triple double combination planned here. And she goes down again.
This is the third time in this program and provides us with an opportunity just to show how severe this new scoring system is on a fall when it takes place within the context of a jump. The GOE, or the grade of execution, has to automatically be downgraded by 3 points. And then for each fall within a program, whether it's on a jump or anywhere else, it's another point. So those 3 errors are going to cost her 12 points.
A disappointed Miki Ando of Japan, 3 falls in her free skate, and it likely cost her a chance at the podium.
Not only that, but this does not do much for the case for her to gain an Olympic spot.
Especially after Nakano's performance here.
Nakano seemed to literally step right up to the plate. Ando did not, and this cannot help her confidence. Here was the opening triple Lutz, triple loop attempt. And you see she actually lands forward, and very unusual for a skater to fall back in the direction from where they came. Final jump combination, double loop, and she just simply collapses and down she goes.
One of the rising stars of this Japanese program with a disappointing performance here in the Grand Prix final. And you can just tell by her body language she won't be looking forward to these marks. For technical elements, 49.04.
The program component score is
Way below her personal best. And program components 54.56.
free skating is
And so her total score in this free skate, 100.60. And her overall score will leave her ranked second behind Yukari Nakano, also of Japan. So young Miki Ando's podium hopes crushed here this afternoon in a disastrous free skate. Still to come from the women's free skate competition, Irina Slutskaya, the reigning world champion. Just 2 skaters to go in this women's free program. The world champion Irina Slutskaya and the Japanese favorite Mao Asada. And the reigning world champion Irina Slutskaya will skate first. She was second after the short program, more than 5 points behind the young Mao Asada. Slutskaya making her 10th appearance in the Grand Prix final. 4 times she has been the champion, and this year she has made a single-minded march on the road to Turin.
Mark, you mentioned the fact that she trails Asada by 5 points, which is not insurmountable. However, the way Asada's been skating so consistently, it really does put the pressure on Irina to come out and skate a very, very strong performance.
In jeopardy of being beaten for the first time this year.
She also knows that Asada has a triple axel in her repertoire, as well as at least one triple-triple combination. So Irina had better come out and attempt a triple-triple combination here for that technical score to be anywhere close to Asada. Triple Lutz, double loop.
Good display of control as she changes edges while maintaining that spiral position. Combination here, triple flip, double toe, and almost into the boards. As a matter of fact, I think she may have touched the boards with her hand as she landed that second jump.
And all her jumps have been very solid so far, although we have not seen a triple-triple combination.
Picking up some bonus points with these jumps in the latter half of the program. A little difficulty getting this spin completed.
This partisan Japanese crowd offering some encouragement here in the late going.
She looks to be in just awesome condition the way she's pushing this program through right to the end. Doesn't seem to be tiring at all.
It's that tenacity that was so remarkable going into the Worlds after the year that was crippled by her serious heart illness. What a comeback.
She's a great example of someone who should receive a very high presentation mark. It's one of the components that makes up the second mark now. And if I was a judge, she would receive a full point higher than the rest of her component marks for her presentation, because I think she really does an excellent job of selling the program, of selling the performance.
Well, that's the performance to beat. Irina Slutskaya, the reigning world champion, has the highest marks in the world in the free skate. Those from Cup of Russia earlier this year, and she's going to need almost every one of those to have a chance of winning here today, with young Mao Asada still to come.
She has exquisite technique. Look at her feet, how tightly they get wrapped when she's in the air. Effortless knee action, good rhythm throughout her jumps at all times. And she shows great patience there in that combination. She knew she was short of speed, but hung in there with it, maintained her position. And this is the second combination we watch. She's going to touch, whoa, just about touches the boards there. And if she had any thought of trying a triple-triple there, she simply ran out of rank.
As I mentioned earlier, she's been on a tear this season en route to Turin. No one's beaten her, and now we'll take a look at these marks in the free skate. 62.10 for technical elements. And for program components, 60.48. So these marks are well off, almost 8 points off her personal best score set during the Grand Prix series at Cup of Russia. Overall total, 181.48. In first place, temporarily, with 15-year-old Mao Asada of Japan still to come. Can the reigning world champ hold on, or will she be beaten for the first time this year? We'll find out when Mao Asada skates in Japan. Slutskaya in the lead with Mao Asada still to come. Slutskaya complained about jet lag before the short program. We wondered how difficult it is to perform with your body clock upside down.
For me, it's never go to skate. It's not hard for me. I just love it. Why it's supposed to be hard?
Well, it was hard for you yesterday. You said that you were feeling dizzy after your travel.
In this way, yeah, it was really hard yesterday. It was better today.
You're feeling much better today.
Yeah.
Can you talk a bit about your marks today? Tell us about your second mark.
Oh, I was surprised, because usually I have much more bigger marks for this program, and today I skated really good, and I don't have my marks. I don't know why. Where's my marks?
So Slutskaya not happy with her component marks, with one skater to come. Young 15-year-old Mao Asada. She set a personal best, winning the short program, 64.38. Just a delightful, joyful skater who doesn't seem to feel any pressure. In just her third senior event, if she's going to feel pressure, it's going to be right now. A chance to win the Grand Prix final in her very first try. She has a first and a second place finish on the Grand Prix circuit this year, second at Cup of China, first at the Grand Prix of France, and now a chance to win it all.
Very few women in the world even attempt this jump, let alone execute it. A triple axel. Beautifully done.
carries as much speed out of her jumps as she does going in.
We mentioned during the short program that at 15, Mao Asada is too young to be eligible for the Turin Winter Olympic Games, which is really a shame with the way she's skating right now. The ISU rules say you have to be 15 by July 1st. Her birthday's in September. Japanese Federation made a case, but the ISU will not reconsider its position.
And it really is a shame because you wonder where she will be at in 4 years from now, come 2010.
What an awesome performance. 15-year-old Mao Asada, and we may have an upset in the making here in Tokyo.
I don't think there's any way from at least a technical standpoint that Slutskaya can beat this program. This is a superior program from a technical standpoint. And in a year when we go into an Olympic Games following the scandal of Salt Lake City, we need this story to go to Turin. And that's really the big crime here, is that figure skating needs her. She is an amazing athlete, and unfortunately she is not going to get to showcase what she's capable of. There are no women that do a triple axel like this in the world right now, and we're not going to get to see her at the Olympic Games.
She skates with no fear, no airs, no pressure.
And visibly, it looks as though no effort. It looks just so easy to her. You have to wonder, though, in 4 years, where can she maintain this for another 4 years? She has everything that it takes to be an Olympic champion.
Will
she could
grow
be
more,
the Olympic
too?
champion
Yeah.
if she were able to go.
Oh, just bubbling with excitement and enthusiasm. in her third senior event, 15-year-old Asada. Look at these scores for technical elements, 65.80. For program components now, 59.44. That's the best score of the day. Add them up, and another personal best. 125.24. She beats the world champion Irina Slutskaya in both the short program and the free skate, and overall with the best score of her young skating career. The Grand Prix champion in her very first try, Mao Asada.
And she is in first place.
What a huge upset. Young Mao Asada, the first skater to beat the reigning world champion Irina Slutskaya in this very important run-up to the Olympic Winter Games in Turin. Here are the standings. Asada first, Slutskaya a good 7 or 8 points behind. Yukari Nakano holding on to the bronze medal ahead of the crestfallen Miki Ando, also of Japan. Here's the new champion, Asada.
Midori was my role model. I'm so happy I could do it in front of her today too.
Yes, Midori Ito, her idol. In fact, Mao wore some of Midori's early competitive dresses in years gone by, and here she accepts the gold medal as the Grand Prix final champion. What a story.
Not only is it a great story, but it's a great moment. How often do you get to see someone this young with this good a package? And this woman, Irina Slutskaya, has to be wondering, okay, thank goodness she's not coming to Turin, because I'd be in a whole lot of trouble.
And this is going to knock the wind out of her sails a little bit. Her season has been a little too smooth so far. Every season has its dips and its valleys and its ups and its downs, and she'll come back from that.
And for Yukari Nakano, it's her first ever Grand Prix final medal, the bronze, as she beats fellow countrywoman Miki Ando, and those two are in a pitched battle for a place on the Japanese Olympic team. This has really helped her chances.
But we can't forget about Shizuka Arakara, another outstanding Japanese woman. The national championship in Japan for the women to go to Turin is going to be an amazing competition.
So the youth movement of Japanese skaters making their presence felt here today, taking 2 places on the podium in the women's championship.